Hi, I'm Greg. Welcome to Words of Wisdom Wednesday here at the Sam Houston Wesley Foundation. It's time to start off with the dad joke of the week. Some time ago, y'all may not know this, but I was able to visit a monastery. And so while I was there, I was walking by the kitchen. There's a man in the kitchen frying up some chips. So I asked him the question, "Hey, are you the fryer?" And he replied, "No, I'm the chipmunk." Chipmunk, fryer. Okay, checking that one off. Something I miss about our Wednesday night worship services together is the moments of humor that we had along the way. Every other week, there is something that goes wrong just for a moment, either with the music or technology or the campus minister. There's a flub, there's a blooper, there's a Freudian slip. There's something that happens that triggers laughter in the group. And I've explained in the past that this may seem irreverent to some. There may be some that say that's so disrespectful. We need to be solemn here. This is worship. We need to be serious. That's so irreverent, and get really wound up in that moment. And I explain to people, I say, look, we do want to do excellence of worship for God, but also at the same time, our laughter can also serve as an act of worship too, because this may be the first time someone has been able to laugh this week because they've had one of those weeks that has just been so tough, so hard, so rough on them. We have no idea the amount of pain that is brought into our time of worship together that's on our hearts from the past week or the past month for several years. And so we say, may this time of laughter be a great act of praise to God, just like our tears are acts of praise and our words are acts of praise. May our laughter be that too. May it also serve as life-giving medicine to people as well. So our scripture for today comes from two different Bible verses. Here's Psalm 126, verse 2. Then our mouth was filled with laughter, and our tongue with shouts of joy. Then they said among the nations, the Lord has done great things for them. And Proverbs 17:22 says, a joyful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. Today, with it being after Easter, I wanted to tell you about the ancient Christian tradition known as Holy Humor Sunday. Back in the ancient times, there were times in which Christians would play practical jokes on each other and have some fun, not degrading anyone, but ways that was producing laughter, because they called it Risus Paschalis, which means the Easter laugh, which means they believed that God had a great laugh against death when Jesus came back alive again on that first Easter Sunday. And so this exhibited signs of not only wonder, but signs of joy as well, especially in forms of laughter, hence Holy Humor Sunday. Every now and then this tradition has popped up again throughout the Middle Ages, throughout the Renaissance, throughout even our modern era as well. It'll pop up with different denominations or different local churches here and there. I love that concept, the concept of Christians laughing. Because I want to ask you this question. Do you believe God likes laughter? Do you believe that God likes laughter? Well, I certainly do. He made us. And throughout the Bible, actually, there's different moments of humor. For example, in the passages in 1 Kings where Elijah is kind of messing around with the priests of Baal. The priests of Baal are doing these crazy things, these chants, these songs to get their God to do something, and nothing's happening. And so Elijah asks, hey, is your God on a trip somewhere? Or maybe he went to the bathroom. Trust me, 1 Kings, check it out, it's in there. Moments a little humor like that spread throughout Scripture. So why is it that every now and then we think that God just doesn't like laughter, that we're supposed to always be solemn and serious and somber, and that really isn't the case? Now, obviously, we're supposed to mourn with those who mourn, grieve with those who grieve. However, we're not grieving all the time. Thanks be to God for that. Even in challenges like this, even in this era that we live in now, this COVID-19 era, where it's really hard. We need to name that, we need to accept that and know that. But at the same time, while we grieve losses along the way, we can also find moments of laughter too. How is your laughter going these days? In my past messages for these online Easter and devotionals that I've done, I've asked the question, how have your eating habits gone? How have your sleeping habits gone? What about your laughing habits? How are those doing these days? Especially in light of the ancient Christian tradition of Holy Humor Sunday, or Holy Humor whatever day it is. My hope for us is with God's help, we can find these Easter eggs of laughter along the way. Because let's face it, there are lots of medical studies and research that has shown that laughter produces endorphins. It has all sorts of great positive mental health effects, physical health effects, medical effects. Google that as well. You'll find a lot of research to back that up. People who laugh well and laugh often live longer. So there's a lot of science in that, and I appreciate how God designed us for laughter and how that brings beautiful lives coming to play. Especially what it says in Proverbs 17:22. A joyful heart is good medicine. Our mouth was filled with laughter, and our tongues with shouts of joy. So if God couldn't stand laughter, scriptures like that would not exist. I guarantee it. And so even in times like this, may we find these Easter eggs of laughter moments, of joy-filled moments. We don't have to grieve all the time. We don't have to be in fear really much at all. But instead, along the way, be able to laugh here and there, wherever we can, whenever we can. May you laugh well in moments ahead, in challenging or when after this COVID-19 is long over. May you be able to laugh well. May your heart, may your joyful heart produce much good life medicine for you. I miss you all. Love you very much. We're in this together. God will see us through. God is still God. God is still good. And this will be behind us in due time. Onward and upward, my friends.